What if European countries were shaped like US states? May God have mercy on us. I'm so sorry I've brought this upon you. All those straight borders. All those squares and rectangles. Some of these countries are pretty much unrecognizable. In all areas on the map, you can find pretty much just squared borders. If you're lucky, you got diagonal still. This is obviously because we here in the US apparently just love perfectly straight borders. Now, to be fair, a lot of the original 13 colonies have spots where they're not perfectly straight, but I mean, even these have straight borders at times. It gets really bad when you're out here in the West, though. Like, I honestly don't know what we were thinking. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're all one country, but this is gonna be a completely different situation when you're talking about the European continent. Now, of course, Russia is still the #1 nation. I didn't even realize Kaliningrad is also a damn rectangle. Frankenreich is the third. Oh man, just look at those borders here. This is so weird. It honestly looks like Spain and Portugal didn't change at all. This is pretty much how I see this peninsula anyways. Why is Deutschland so low on the list? You can really see that the American shapes had an impact on like who's the biggest on the map. Now, of course, islands can't really be affected here, but the Irish-British border is definitely, well, weird. I always forget in other languages, Iceland is just called island, or it's probably pronounced differently, but you know, if you squint your eyes, things don't look all that different if you think about it. Let's don't make this stuff out. Now, Serbia is looking nice and thick. Bosnia was given a very nice coastline now. Now, it's funny because once these wars start to get declared, obviously the borders are not going to stay like this, so yeah, but maybe since the border changes have happened, it'll give certain places more of an advantage than others. I feel like the Netherlands here got even more of a disadvantage because they look smaller kind of now than Belgium, or about the same size. What the hell are some of these? Okay, this is weird. Who's your favorite squared nation? Leave it in the comments. I feel like one of the more natural looking ones here is Bulgaria. Bulgaria is already almost a rectangle in real life. All right, here we go. So everyone's going to be, I guess, declaring war, but also taking sea territory, so borders shouldn't change too much. Jeez, we already have the first couple wars. Italy's going after Tunisia. Oh, that's right, Malta's here. Now, is Malta, if you know what's funny about this game? I just now realized the game is built off pixels, so at a fundamental level, they're all shaped like US states. Looking at Malta, like they're technically a US state style as well. All right, well, Italy's gonna need to be careful here because they're now fighting two enemies down this way. We've got a war between Syria and Jordan, also Iraq, and oh wow, so the borders didn't change too much. They still kind of look somewhat squared. Tunisia has now been puppeted by the Italians. Wow, what is this, World War II kind of again? The Italians got to Libya, but you know, they're getting over there. The old rivalry, Spain versus Italy, it's not that big of a rivalry, but it's somewhat of a rivalry. Surprisingly, oh boy, Ukraine versus Russia. Surprisingly, the straight borders, there goes Croatia. Surprisingly, the straight borders do somewhat remain. It's going to be very interesting to see where the straight borders remain and where they don't. Obviously, Belarus is moving in after Latvia here. Good thing I know the countries, and because I don't know the German names. Russia's taking on Georgia and the Ukrainians at the same time. Now we have another Norwegian or Viking invasion of the British Isles. We got Israel is here. We have a united Cyprus. Damn, now Romania going in after Ukraine, and we have this is Hungary. Oh man, this is gonna get scary because the borders are so different. Hungary's getting very close to Bosnia. Oh wow, Hungary got their revenge on Serbia. The Belgians are gone. I don't know why I couldn't say that for a second. Bam, and there goes more than likely Lithuania. The Poles are trying to land in Sweden. Also, Austria taking on Italy and Slovenia at the same time. Oh boy, the Russians now moving in through Crimea. Man, the Russians fighting three different forces. Oh, they got to Kazakhstan. Last time I did a game of like a European Royale, I think it was the Kazakhs that won. That won't happen this time. Belarus has puppeted the Latvians. Also, Lithuania is in fact gone. These borders are definitely not going to be looking like US states very soon. Oh wow, the Italians did completely annex Tunisia. There goes Hungary. There goes Austria at the same time. We have a pretty big Slovakia and Czech Republic. The Crimeans have actually got back sorry, the Ukrainians got back Crimea, my bad. And they have puppeted Romania. Holy crap, they actually grabbed Moscow, but somehow Russia still exists. Russia has a puppet here with Finland. I can't believe, like multiple wars into this. Wait, what is this? Whoa, this game be updating. Multiple years into this campaign, and I'm still seeing a lot of straight borders. Poland and Slovakia moving together on Czechia. Now the Russians have decided to set their sights on the Baltics. The problem is that Belarus and Estonia are allied with, oh man, they're going after Kaliningrad. The Turks now moving in after Syria. And Slovenia trying their best to fight and go through the Czechs and Germany. Germany, have they even moved at all? I guess they did take back this Danish land that they lost after World War I. And then some. Sweden got the top part of Denmark. Denmark doesn't even exist. A lot of puppets getting thrown around. Now, when the AI nations get a puppet and then begin to annex, that is one way to retain these straight borders. So maybe the straight borders will last with us for this entire campaign. How beautiful would that be? Literally, I can hear the Europeans screaming right now. Romania is trying to fight for their independence again. Oh, there goes Russia. Okay, so Russia is now gone. Wow, was that look at Estonia get huge. Holy crap. Look at Estonia could possibly win this. They might become the favorite, although Norway has wrapped around and gotten a little bit of land here. If the Norwegians take out Sweden, they'd also be looking pretty good. They were getting very close to modern day Scotland. Like how Ireland and they're allied. That's why I was going to say there's no war that's been declared here because the borders are still straight. Interesting alliance between France, Ireland, the UK, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. This is an oddly suspicious map because things are obviously not the way we started, and then also the borders are just really straight, so things look freaky. It's actually triggering like some PTSD or something. The Italians have puppeted the Swiss. That'll be one like nice way for them to get around the Alps if they can successfully annex them. Bosnia is now fighting for their life with Montenegro, Albania, wow, Greece, Turkey. This is quite the alliance. The Germans once again trying to fight the south here, trying to grab back those Sudeten lands. Georgia getting pretty deep into now Estonian territory. Estonia's got some friends over here though. Oh, now the French have moved in after Spain. Not much movement from this part of Africa. Meanwhile, the Middle East is still fighting. Oh, we could see a collapse of Ukraine. Poland and Belarus moving in after Ukraine, getting awfully close to Kyiv. Slovakia getting closed in on from all sides. Oh man, look at Spain go. Spain moving into deep southern France. Iceland throwing out around some money. Very interesting alliance map mode here. There's all sorts of different teams. Ukraine might just fall right before our eyes. And yes, they did. That means that Belarus got awfully big. We've got Poland versus Germany. Also a Georgia that is a puppet to Estonia. Finally, all sides are attacking Germany now, including this big, oh, there goes Luxembourg. RIP. Will Frank Reich drop? I don't know why I really like the name Frank Reich. Why don't we just use the German pronunciation there? Spain, once again, trying to eliminate the French. I guess these, oh, this is why these borders haven't changed at all, these alliances. So the alliances, funny enough, have been keeping these straight borders alive, although they are barely existing in Eastern Europe anymore. Slovakia is looking awfully like an old Hungary. Doesn't it look like Hungary when they were thick before they got, you know, completely like messed up after World War I. Bosnia, ooh, who was that? Oh, the Germans annexing Slovenia. Also the Romanians, oh, the Romanians have a similar color to North Macedonia, so that was throwing me off. The French grabbing northern Italy. Were there, oh, was that San Marino? Were there like, oh, there was little San Marino. I missed some of the city-states. Estonia looking threatening. They are by far the #1 nation on earth in terms of area. Then it's Belarus, then it's Turkey. Turks have moved across and grabbed this piece of Crimea. The mountains keep the Turks safe from all the Caucasus mountain nations though. I believe France somehow still exists. Also very interesting Swiss straight borders. Ooh, we kind of have a thicker Netherlands over here. They're looking like their old self, grabbing like Belgian cities. Antwerp. Oh boy, Czechia getting close in on Prague. They're knocking on the doorsteps. Georgia trying to fight for their freedom against the Estonians. Oh, do you have, or maybe, I don't know who actually has them. It might be Belarus. How the heck is Switzerland still existing? Even though they started off as like a strange square. Bam, finally a death. It's been a minute since we've actually seen a country die. I believe that was North Macedonia or something. No, this is North Macedonia. I don't know. Kosovo still exists. They existed longer than Serbia. And this is quite the alliance, quite the scary alliance. Belarus and Estonia together. Right now they're allied, but once they break that alliance, this is going to be intense battling. Is this Morocco? Yes. These maps wrap around. Morocco has wrapped around and grabbed this part of the Middle East. Bam, another death there. Romania just took over Slovakia. And did they just annex Bulgaria? I believe they puppeted Bulgaria. The Spanish they briefly landed in Sardinia, but now they got pushed back by the Italians. Oh boy. Okay, so now Morocco and Turkey are going to begin to get into it. Is Israel still here? Yes, they are. And they grabbed all of Cyprus. The Poles moving in after Germany again. The Germans had to move down their city to Munich, their capital city. Berlin got taken once again. Spain does tend to do pretty... Oh, did Andorra finally fall? Didn't realize Andorra was here. Bam. The Netherlands, I think, just peacefully annexed the Netherlands. Or, sorry, the French annexed the Netherlands. Norway has not found a way to put away Sweden just yet, even though Sweden is literally only friends with Germany. I can't believe it. Boom. Oh, so close to Paris. I think this was definitely a peaceful annexation that the British did over the Irish. That's the thing. If you start off as a small nation, you got to make moves. You can't just be friendly with everyone, allied to everyone, because you will get peacefully annexed by the end of the game. That's how we make it till there's only one left. Man, Romania looking awfully big, uniting the Balkans almost. They'll probably peacefully annex Kosovo at some point, although maybe that's what the Serbs think as well. Well, the Serbs, it doesn't matter. Yep, there they go. Kosovo's gone, and boom. Oh my goodness, Romania's peacefully annexing. So, but the problem is Romania's got no friends over here, and they're fighting so many different wars. That is not good. Boom. Now the Spanish have annexed Portugal. They've annexed Morocco. They're also now in the Middle East. There's a couple contenders for first here. I mean, there's 14 nations left. Romania would look good if they just had friends. They don't have any friends. I don't think Germany, the French, or the Italians have any chance of winning this. The British need... Oh, finally Sweden has fallen. Poland has got to southern Sweden. Bam, Poland. Oh, Poland has annexed Deutschland. I don't know if we should see the Germans... Oh, maybe they just die right here. The Germans will probably try to fight for their independence. There's no way they're cool with being under Poland, right? That goes against everything that they exist for. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. Somehow the French still survive. I think someone's gonna get annexed here. Either the British or the French are gonna annex each other. I don't know which one it will be. Oh, Romanians finally have friends. They're friends with the Italians and the Turks. The Poles finally peacefully annexed the Germans, and the Norwegians are in Scotland. They're also about to take over Iceland too. It's kind of a nice, safe capital position for the Norwegians. They're allied to Estonia right now. Very thick Romania. The Romanians have formed like a counter Ottoman Empire here. Oh man, now do they have friends though? Oh, their only friend, the Italians, looking horrible right now. Oh, I think the Spanish and Romanians are allied weirdly. And then we have the Poles, the Belarusians, and the Estonians, also the Norwegians. There's like 3 factions. I don't know what the heck the UK is doing. The UK needs to figure something out here. So the Italian peninsula looks like it did historically after the Romans fell. It was just a big mess, everyone controlling from the outside. The Romanians have landed in Crimea. Oh, and Algeria getting closed in on both sides. I should say the Italians do still exist. They just have no friends. I always feel sad when I have to say that. The British have been puppeted, but they're immediately fighting for their independence. They were puppeted by the Poles. Oh, and the Estonians and Belarusians have finally backstabbed each other. I don't know who did the backstabbing though. This will get interesting. So this is the alliance. We've got Romania, Spain, and Estonia fighting together. Meanwhile, the Poles and Belarusians weirdly are working together. Oh, Estonia's about to collapse. They've ran out of money. Well, now there's only currently one alliance. Now, at the late game, people like join alliances, leave alliances. There's all this like they're all trying to find some way to win the game. Poland getting really big, surprisingly. They've actually halted a lot of Spanish progress. Poles even pushing back Belarus. Oh, they ran out of money. Ooh. And so, oh, there goes Poland too. Oh, and they're making them pay. Oh, they're making them pay hard. Okay, this changes everything. So that alliance just fell right before us. That's insane. It's still Spain, the Romanians, and the Estonians work together, and they've puppeted everything else. The British had to move their capital to Birmingham. It's literally already over for them. If that's your capital, it's over. Just nuke yourself. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I really need to visit Birmingham because I've heard a lot of funny things, but I don't know for sure myself what it's like. Romania's looking really good. They have landed in Iberia. Now have 2 southern Mediterranean nations on their side. Italy, they puppeted Italy and Spain, which is going to keep their economy moving. They've got 10,000 gold, 11,000 gold. Oh crap. But for how much longer? The Estonians successfully annexed Norway. So it's pretty much 2 independent nations versus 1 nation, but with 2 puppets. Oh boy, but that's the problem. You might run out of money, and that's what's happened with the UK. Oh, and now Italy's trying to fight for their independence. There's 6 nations left. The puppets are still here. Oh, and that's right. We also have to watch out for Algeria. Algeria is also a puppet of the Romanian Empire. Statistically speaking, Estonia is number 1, but Romania is getting close behind them. If they start annexing these puppets, they probably will, right? Because I don't think these puppets contribute to this statistic. I don't think. They still got plenty of money. I think the Romanians are really focused on just winning a war before they start to annex some of these puppets. Italy is actually just in an alliance with the Romanians, weirdly. Romanians have landed. They're very close to London. The Spanish now fighting for their independence. And the Estonians have peacefully annexed the British. Boom, there goes Italy. It's probably easier just to be an ally, and then the game just sometimes gives you your smaller ally to take over at some point. Rather than keeping them like a puppet like this, and they'll eventually declare war for independence. Man, Spain getting closed down in on from all sides. It's kind of beautiful the way they're fighting this. They still don't have coastal territory yet. Oh, did you get puppeted? Oh no, they're just allied. Somehow the Spanish, or sometimes the Romanians got the Estonians to stop. Just to chill for a second. Oh boy, Estonia ran out of money. Bam, there goes Algeria. And unbelievably, the Romanians somehow won this map. So maybe the Romanians would really benefit if, for whatever reason, the European nations began to want to look like US states. I don't know why else you'd want to do that, but nice job, Romania. Big thanks to my patrons this month. I tried to kidnap Drew again, but he put me in his basement. Help. Drew's Argentinian grandpa. I can't sleep without Drew's voice. Nord, Tyler, Archaeology, a fat Caramel, Connor Pavlik, the beautiful Megan Underwood, Inquisitor Frederick John Denver, Cameron was King Bear Hayes, MGM Lose the Glover, the Mexican. If you hear this, I